Hi there, my name is Barry Coons from Computerworld.
Hi, and I'm Dave Hepworth from Computerworld.
So we just wanted to record a short video today before we attend Bett in London tomorrow. So Bett is the education show that happens yearly.
Yep.
It's Computerworld's first time having a stand, and we're attending this year with Ruckus Wireless. So David is our wireless engineer. Dave, what conversations do you normally have with education providers? What are the normal challenges they're facing around wireless technology today?
Yeah, what we notice with all the education sectors is the main conversation is around how we're going to start introducing bring your own device, because bring your own device is becoming really popular in schools. So the main conversation will probably be about how Ruckus Wireless works very well in the education environment, what is needed from a wireless perspective, how to obtain the best wireless performance, and then we will go through with customers about how we believe and how tests have proven Ruckus being the better product for bring your own device and the way the education sector is growing.
So a long time. A number of times when you go out there and speak to schools and try and understand what they're trying to achieve with wireless, normally what we find is they try and put wireless access points in every single room or cram as many access points in as possible. Is that generally a good message? Is that the best way to get the best kind of signal and use case for your wireless systems?
No. The answer to your question, Barry, no. That we've noticed there's been some information that wasn't given quite correctly to schools, or there might have been a misinterpretation of how wireless should be set up. Too many access points will cause too much noise, which is again, when we're at the stand at Bett, we'll be able to talk to people and explain what these terms mean. But we find that if you have we know that if you have too many access points in like an access point in every classroom, that will cause problems with Wi-Fi performance. We actually want to reduce the number of APs and actually have an AP that's better at doing its job.
Okay.
Which then means we get better performance.
So quite often what we can find is schools believe that they are doing something to improve their wireless network to make it more robust or perform better, but actually by adding more and more access points you end up with poorer performance.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of my conversation, so my role at Computerworld is I'm pre-sales director, but I focus on end-user computing technologies and server virtualization technologies, and a lot of the conversations I'm having kind of link on to the wireless and that kind of bring your own device and how do we manage such a large estate. What we find is education establishments really struggle to keep on top of imaging devices. Some are only able to image devices once a year, and that can deal to problems with support and things like that. And also, how do you enable users who want to bring their own device? How do we stop them putting them on your desktop and things like that? And I think this is where there's a good crossover between bring your own device and wireless networks that can cope with that kind of technology. And also things like VDI and desktop imaging like SCCM and VMware Mirage. So we're hoping to meet lots of you maybe watching this video at Bett. If you are unable to make it to Bett, go to Computerworld and search in the top right for the word Bett. You'll find on there our page where we're hoping to do some live blogging and also put some content up from the day while we're there about some of the conversations we're having and what's really standing out to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think what is also at Bett, it's a really good opportunity for people in the education sector, and we're focusing mainly on the IT side because Bett is much more than just IT, but certainly from the technical side, it's a good place to go and find out what technologies there are in the marketplace, more so than just the infrastructure, but education-specific software and utilities and tools and things like that. But also it's a good place to meet your peers and also to go and view some of the breakout sessions. So Bett really do have a fantastic catalogue of sort of seminars that you can join in whilst you're there, and I've been looking through the content, and there's some really good sessions on very specific subjects, but some of the things that really stood out to me were on the opening day, Bob Geldof's there talking about the importance in education, quite a big important speaker I suppose on the global stage when it comes to the importance of education. We've got Google for Education there, and they're looking to actually do a product announcement. They don't give us much information, but certainly we're finding lots of schools utilising things like Google Apps and Office 365 to really make the most of the cloud and to simplify their IT, because at the end of the day the most important thing is the students being able to get them the content, their data, their applications where they need it, when they need it. And I'm interested to see what announcements they're hoping to make on the first day. And then we've got other important speakers such as the MP, Nikki Morgan, who is the Secretary of State for Education, and I think it just goes to show how important this is in the education sector, the people that they are getting there to speak and talk about it. And the other person that I noticed was someone called Vicky Phillips, who is Director of Education for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Right.
Again, one of those really important global organisations. So really hope to see some of you. We're at stand B502, I believe it is, which is the Ruckus and Computerworld stand. Go to computerworld.co.uk and search for Bett in the top right to understand where we are. We've got a map of where we are, and we're putting live content on there if you are unable to make it. So we look forward to seeing you.